Picture this. A happy family just landed in Canada. They step off the plane, their hearts racing with excitement and anticipation. The air is crisp, and the sky is a brilliant blue, a perfect welcome to their new home. They have left behind everything they knew, driven by the promise of a better life, a brighter future. The father clutches his daughter's hand tightly, while the mother looks around, her eyes glistening with tears of joy and hope. This is the moment they have been dreaming of for years. They're wearing warm clothes, and their eyes are full of hope for a new life. The children, bundled up in colorful scarves and hats, giggle as they see snow for the first time. The parents exchange a glance, a silent promise to make this new beginning work, no matter the challenges. They envision a future where their children can grow up safe, educated, and free. This is the Canadian dream, a beacon of hope that has drawn millions to our shores. This image has brought millions of people to our country, looking for a better future. From all corners of the globe, they come with dreams of prosperity, safety, and opportunity. They bring with them diverse cultures, rich traditions, and a willingness to contribute to the Canadian mosaic. Each family, each individual, carries a unique story of struggle and hope, of leaving behind the familiar to embrace the unknown. They are the lifeblood of our nation, infusing it with new energy and perspectives. But what if that dream becomes harder to reach? What if the path to a new life in Canada is fraught with obstacles and uncertainty? Imagine the same family, now facing a different reality. The father stares out the window, worry etched on his face. The mother, once so hopeful, now looks anxious as she discusses their future with other concerned immigrants. The children, sensing the tension, cling to their parents, their laughter replaced by questions they don't yet know how to ask. What if the rules change and make it tough for newcomers to stay? The immigration office, once a place of hope, now feels like a fortress. People wait in long lines clutching their documents, their faces a mix of hope and fear. The process is slow, the requirements stringent. Each step forward feels like a battle won, but the war is far from over. The dream of a new life in Canada is now shadowed by the fear of rejection, of being sent back to a place they no longer call home. That's what's happening now in 2025. The landscape of immigration is changing, and with it the dreams of countless families. Policies are shifting, influenced by economic pressures, political debates, and social challenges. The Canada of today is grappling with issues that were once unimaginable, and the impact is felt most acutely by those who have come seeking refuge and opportunity. New immigration rules, made because of problems with housing, healthcare, and other things, are changing Canada. The housing crisis has led to skyrocketing rents and a shortage of affordable homes. Healthcare systems are stretched thin, struggling to meet the needs of a growing population. These issues, among others, have prompted the government to tighten immigration policies, hoping to alleviate some of the strain. But these changes come at a cost, affecting the very fabric of our society. For some, these changes might mean they have to leave the country they wanted to call home. Families who have started to build their lives here, who have begun to integrate into their communities, now face the heart-wrenching possibility of having to leave. They pack their belongings with heavy hearts, say tearful goodbyes at the airport, and board planes back to uncertainty. The dream they once held so dearly now feels like a distant memory, a promise unfulfilled. We're going to talk about this complicated issue, who it affects, why it's happening, and what it means for Canada's future. We'll delve into the stories of those impacted, the reasons behind the policy changes, and the broader implications for our nation. This is not just about numbers and regulations, it's about people, their lives, and their dreams. It's about understanding the delicate balance between welcoming newcomers and addressing the challenges that come with growth. Get ready, it's a big one. This is a story of hope and hardship, of dreams deferred and resilience tested. It's a story that touches us all, whether we are newcomers or longtime residents. As we navigate these complex issues, we must remember the values that define us as Canadians: compassion, inclusivity, and the belief in a better future for all. Stay with us as we explore the Canadian dream and what it means in these challenging times. Let's be honest, Canada is having some serious growing pains. The country is experiencing a surge in population, and with that comes a host of challenges that are affecting everyday life for many Canadians. From housing to healthcare, the strain is being felt across the board. Finding a place to rent is super expensive, especially in big cities. The demand for housing has skyrocketed, pushing rental prices through the roof. Many people are finding it nearly impossible to secure affordable housing, leading to increased stress and financial strain. It's like winning the lottery. Securing a rental property feels like a rare victory, a moment of sheer luck amidst a sea of competition. The joy of finally getting a place to call home is often overshadowed by the high cost and the sacrifices made to afford it. Hospitals are really busy. It takes a long time to see a doctor, and there aren't enough nurses and doctors. The healthcare system is under immense pressure, with long wait times becoming the norm. Patients often find themselves waiting for hours, sometimes even days, to receive the care they need. Our roads, buses, and schools are overcrowded too. The infrastructure is struggling to keep up with the growing population. Traffic jams are a daily occurrence, public transportation is packed to the brim, and schools are bursting at the seams with students. It's like trying to squeeze a giant watermelon into a small lunchbox. Something has to change. The current situation is unsustainable, and without significant improvements, the quality of life for many Canadians will continue to decline. The government says these new immigration rules are necessary to give Canada time to fix these problems. They argue that by slowing down the influx of new residents, the country can focus on improving infrastructure, healthcare, and housing to better accommodate everyone. But some people say these rules don't solve the real problems. Critics argue that the focus should be on addressing the root causes of these issues, such as underfunding and mismanagement, rather than limiting immigration. They believe that a more comprehensive approach is needed to create lasting solutions. Communities are coming together to find their own solutions. Grassroots efforts are emerging, with local residents banding together to tackle these challenges head-on. From community housing projects to volunteer-run healthcare clinics, people are taking matters into their own hands. Despite the difficulties, there's a sense of resilience and hope. Canadians are known for their strong sense of community and willingness to help one another. By working together, there's a belief that these growing pains can be overcome, and a brighter future can be built for everyone. One big change is the stricter rules about temporary work permits. These new regulations have been implemented with the intention of protecting local jobs and ensuring that Canadian citizens and permanent residents have the first opportunity to fill available positions. However, the impact on businesses and international workers has been significant. These permits let companies hire people from other countries for a short time, filling gaps in the labor market that can't be met locally. For many industries, especially those that are labor-intensive like construction, agriculture, and hospitality, these international workers are essential, and they've been really helpful for businesses that need more workers. These workers bring diverse skills and perspectives, contributing to the growth and innovation within these companies. They often take on roles that are hard to fill, ensuring that businesses can continue to operate smoothly and meet their production targets. But now, it's harder for companies to hire these workers and for the workers to stay in Canada. The new rules have introduced more stringent requirements and longer processing times, making it challenging for businesses to plan and for workers to secure their positions. This is causing a lot of problems. Businesses are struggling to find the necessary workforce to keep their operations running. The uncertainty and delays are leading to increased costs and inefficiencies, which are particularly hard on small and medium-sized enterprises. Companies can't find enough workers, projects are delayed, and deadlines are missed. This not only affects the businesses themselves, but also has a ripple effect on the broader economy. When projects are delayed, it can lead to a slowdown in economic activity, affecting suppliers, contractors, and other related industries, and the economy is slowing down. The lack of available workers means that businesses can't expand or take on new projects, leading to a stagnation in growth. This slowdown is reflected in declining sales, reduced consumer spending, and overall economic uncertainty. And for the workers, it's really upsetting. Many of these individuals have left their home countries in search of better opportunities and a chance to build a new life in Canada. The uncertainty surrounding their work permits and the possibility of having to leave the country is causing significant stress and anxiety. Many come to Canada hoping to build a life here, bringing with them dreams of stability, prosperity, and a brighter future for their families. They contribute not only to the economy, but also to the cultural and social fabric of the country. But now, they're not sure what will happen. The uncertainty is taking a toll on their mental health and well-being. Support groups and community organizations are stepping in to provide assistance, but the future remains unclear for many. The hope is that a balanced approach can be found that supports both the needs of the local workforce and the contributions of international workers. Remember that family with hopeful eyes? Many of them were probably international students coming to Canada for its great schools. But the new rules are making things tougher for them too. Student visas aren't lasting as long, which makes it harder to get a good job after graduation. Becoming a permanent resident is more difficult now, and with tuition costs going up and not enough financial help, many international students can't afford to study in Canada anymore. Section 5. Shifting Sands Canada's new immigration landscape. So, what's the plan? Canada wants to bring in more skilled workers in areas that really need them, like technology, healthcare, and engineering. People who can start working right away and help our economy. It seems like a good idea, but some people say it's too limited. It doesn't consider other important workers and the fact that many immigrants have valuable skills, even if they aren't considered high-skilled at first. Section 6. The Indian community navigating unique challenges. These changes are especially tough for some communities. For example, the Indian community is one of the largest and fastest-growing immigrant groups in Canada. They've added a lot to our culture and our economy. But these new rules create specific problems for them. The focus on high-skilled workers can be unfair to those whose experience and education might not be easily recognized in Canada. The stricter work permit rules also affect jobs where many Indian immigrants work. Section 7. Charting a course advice for those affected. What can you do if you're affected by these changes? First, don't worry too much. Learn about the new rules and how they might affect you. Talk to immigration lawyers or experts who can give you good advice. Connect with other people in the same situation, share information and help each other. Look at all your choices like changing your immigration plan, getting more education or training, or finding other ways to stay in Canada. Section 8. Raising our voices, a call to action. This isn't just about numbers and rules, it's about real people and their dreams, and what it means to be Canadian. Let's speak up. Write to your government representatives, share your stories, and ask for a kinder and better immigration system. Let's make sure our leaders create a system that works for everyone, one that welcomes newcomers, helps them fit in, and recognizes how much they contribute to our country. Section 9. Conclusion. The Canadian Dream, a shared responsibility. The Canadian dream, that bright hope for a better life, is at a turning point. We need to find a balance, fix the problems Canada is facing while still being kind, fair, and giving everyone a chance. This is something we all need to work on. We need to pay attention, care about others, and work hard to build a Canada that is good for everyone.